in Why You Always Lying news. New York police officer is arrested and convicted of manslaughter in the shooting of an unarmed black man. Now, if this was a white guy, he would be absolutely put in jail for years, even though this guy is getting sentenced to jail, which I'll get to later and how many years he is facing. But if it was a black guy and a white guy, I don't think it would be making news, because everybody makes a huge big ordeal when it's a white guy killing a black guy. But in this case, it is a Chinese Asian man who killed an unarmed black man. And if you guys are wondering why the title is Why You Always Lying, I'll get to that in a little while. But Peter, I don't know how you say his last name. It's like Liang, I don't know. It's found guilty over the death of Kai Guruli, I'm probably saying that completely wrong, who was killed by a bullet that ricocheted off a wall shot from Peter's gun. So a jury in Brooklyn found Peter guilty in connection with the death of Akai, how I'm gonna say it, who was 28 years old at the time, and he was killed by the bullet that was fired from Peter's gun on November 20th, 2014, that ricocheted off of a wall. So at this time, Peter was a rookie cop in New York, and he was on patrol with one of his officers. So there's two of them. They were just patrolling around some Brooklyn house projects, and they walked into a dark hallway. Peter says that he heard a noise, so he immediately pulled out his gun and basically blindly shot a bullet into the dark hallway, which later on ricocheted off the wall and killed a guy. And his girlfriend actually tried to revive him, but it was just no point at that time. He was already gone by the impact of the bullet. So he's saying that he was doing it out of scared and reaction, but the jury and the judge is saying that he deliberately shot because he had no clue if there was, or he knew that there was another human down at the end of the hallway, because what else can make that noise besides a human? So he tried to play it off like he didn't shoot it, but then later it comes out that he actually did shoot, not knowing that there was actually somebody down there, but knowing that nobody else could make the noise but a human. So he fired a single bullet that glanced off the wall and into the chest of a guy who was walking on the floor below. At the trial, Peter testified that he suddenly heard a noise that startled him, causing his finger to slip on the trigger and fire the gun. It was only after descending down the stairs, Peter said that he realized that the errant bullet had hit Akai, which I don't know what errant means. So he said after he found Akai bleeding on the floor, said, quote, "Oh my God, someone's hit," end quote. And he was tearful when he was saying that at the trial, but maybe it could have been an act to try and get him less years, or maybe let free. I don't know. So he said that upon finding Akai's bleeding body laying on the landing, like I said before, his girlfriend was frantically trying to revive Akai. But the prosecutors argued that Peter fired toward the sound deliberately, and that he must have only known only one person could have been down there at the time, and that there's no way that the noise could have surprised him. Basically, the shooting added to nationwide protests in cities like Baltimore, Ferguson, in Missouri, and also activists on Twitter cheered with the verdict, with many saying it was an important first step to saying that Black lives actually matter, because this guy got sentenced to 15 years in prison when he is going to be sentenced in April. Because whenever these activists on Twitter go out and cause riots, it's because whether they're black men, black officers, whatever, if it's male or a female, one of their black people got, I don't mean to sound like, I don't know, but if a black person gets shot and a white man doesn't get convicted for it, that everybody just goes crazy. So they're happy to finally see that somebody's getting some repercussions for killing a black person, even though it doesn't really matter. If it was a black guy and a white guy, whatever, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, if somebody kills somebody else, they should get convicted for it, no matter of the race. So if you guys want to look into this article more for yourselves, the link is down below in the description box below. The link for last week's news article is also down in the description box below, so go ahead and check both of those out if you so want to. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. And better luck next time news. Bill Cosby loses his attempt to have the sex assault case dismissed, meaning he wants no charges to be pressed at all, which is absolutely absurd because of what he did and all that crazy